I want to say good afternoon to all of our friends here on Facebook and eventually on YouTube. And if you are watching this on YouTube, please smash a like and a subscribe. I think this is a wonderful thing that the Speakers Pathway Coalition is doing. So during this lockdown, this quarantine, have you been stuck inside after cooking, filling out loan forms, filing unemployment reports, or checking emails? Are you tired of watching the Tiger King, daily coronavirus briefings, or replays of NBA playoff games? Have you had enough Facebook fighting? Tom Brady, Buccaneers news. That's my team. Political bickering or media bias from both ends. Have you found the toilet paper yet? Okay, not that question yet. We've all just about had it, haven't we? I mean, I'm right there with you. I've fallen into the traps as well. And the worst part is, for those of us with families, we have children that need us, and we find ourselves completely helpless because of the overwhelming feelings of being trapped and the darkness of feeling unproductive. Obviously, both economic and social futility cause immense stress. No one's denying that. I feel the weight of those heavy burdens daily. Oh my gosh. But how do we address that? Are we victims of productive lifestyles? And are we financially defining our wins like we live in some sort of Excel spreadsheet? Well, I have, and I absolutely do. I have more than a few spreadsheets to track everything. I track every job. I track analytics and sales, marketing, all of my gigs, every show, even every vacation trip. I can tell you my highest grossing year of income and my lowest. I'm sure you could tell me your financial successes and failures too. Mine have been monumental on both ends. But is productivity and success planning what got us here? Do we suddenly feel trapped and helpless during this pandemic because we've fallen prey to our own work-life habits? The answers of addressing this certainly won't cure the pandemic, and they won't save our lives from sickness. They could, however, help us better cope with the historical changes we're looking at right now. We have fundamentally wired ourselves to be productive people, haven't we? We're trained to think this way. We're trained to analyze our work and that our efforts will be rewarded if and only if the numbers work out. As the saying in business goes, it's all about the numbers. And finding those numbers right now are causing many of us, myself included, much stress. I believe it'd be hard to support or deny the statement, however, without data and without facts. The experts can provide answers to the simpler question: can the arts help us reduce stress? Well, in 2016, Garaja Kemal, assistant professor of the creative arts therapies at Drexel University, says so. Absolutely says so. In fact, Kemal led a study examining the effects of making art on stress-related hormones in the body. The results, published in Art Therapy, Journal of the American Art Therapy Association, titled Reduction of Cortisol Levels and Participants' Responses Following Art Making, found that 45 minutes of creative activity significantly lesses stress in the body, regardless of artistic experience or talent. So we don't even have to be talented, do we? Wow. We just need to engage ourselves in a creative activity at least 45 minutes a day. Just 45 minutes. I can do so much on TV and so much on Facebook in 45 minutes. Oh my gosh, it's terrible. And YouTube? I spent that much time watching cooking videos at 2 a.m. recently while filing unemployment online. Anyhow, that's another story. I want you to know that I'm not flying through this blind. I've researched the correlation between the arts and our lives. A little more than a year ago, I actually did a TEDx talk on the benefits of traveling for business and taking your art with you, entitled "Don't Forget Your Carry-On" from TEDx Cocoa Beach. This is absolutely a topic of fascination for me personally. Check it out if you haven't already. I can share a link to this talk with the Speakers Coalition Facebook page. If you enjoy it, mash the thumbs up as it helps the algorithm, and please give me a YouTube like and a social share. But seriously, not what this is about today though. In fact, do not travel right now. Repeat, do not travel if you can help it. Seriously, if you have to travel, social distance and stay home as much as you can. I repeat, stay home. However, the current data shows that even when you're carry-on, or as I illustrate in my TEDx talk, the art that you can take with you is with you, locked down with you in your own home. You can still absolutely benefit from the activity, and to a great extent. And not only do you reduce cortisol levels that ultimately reduce stress, but you build your tolerance to being stuck inside by pouring yourself into that creative activity or that creative vehicle that your mind craves and needs to be doing. Currently, I'm actually unemployed and stuck at home, and was completely devastated as the company I worked hard for as VP of Sales and Marketing went under and for sale back in February due to issues both related and unrelated to COVID-19. I saw my saxophones and thought, well, I guess I can practice while I search for work. I didn't. I didn't immediately. Well, time went by and the state was locked down and there was not currently remote jobs for me with my 18 years of professional sales and marketing skills. I can't go out and play gigs because of the shutdown. It's hard. I know many of you are going through the same thing. You know what I can do though? I found that while a career search is underway, I can research and practice saxophone as well as voice like never before. I can practice my cooking and baking skills, creatively speaking, of course. I can work on social media performances remotely with my bandmates, and even with a virtual tip jar. I can teach saxophone and voice lessons via Zoom. I can even teach my kids instruments and a little music theory. There's so much in the arts to help bring down the stress. Reducing stress and feeling the satisfaction of accomplishing those very milestones in our artistic endeavors and creative avenues will go a long, long way in channeling our coronavirus lockdown darkness and our quarantine struggles. I'm telling you, it will absolutely help birth a society better to cope with the struggles of a pandemic disaster. Can you imagine what that would look like? What if in 2 years from now, coronavirus comes back? Oh, God forbid. But what if it does? If we need to stay at home, what will you do? Will you go into a social and mental place that isn't healthy for any of us? Will you go to a deep, dark place? Or will we, together, become better authors, better musicians, painters, dancers, photographers, designers, poets, sculptors, or more creative chefs even? And if we can enrich our lives, how much better do our lives look like coming out of this storm with better creative skills? Better creative skills for our workplace, better creative skills for our family, better creative skills for our society, and most importantly, better creative skills for ourselves. Artists working in every field, bringing creative light in a difficult new world with new challenges. That is our big opportunity right now. And if we're to truly operate in a holistic view of success, not just financial success, but total personal success. In many ways, this pandemic can be a blessing to our personal lives and to others like no other. We can finally spend time working at our crafts. In fact, we have no choice. Dolly Parton once said, "Never get so busy making a living that you forget to make a life." That's us in a nutshell right now, folks. We've forgotten about it. We're so beyond 9 to 5. Let's start working at our crafts today so that when we go back to normal, whatever that normal looks like, and I'm right here with you, we can redefine what actual success looks like. Balanced and creative lives. I'm Shannon Cherry. I hope to talk to you soon. Please be safe, my friends.